Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 445 based on novel. So let's start. Wang Lin's expression was extremely serious. He was startled for a long time and there was still shock in his eyes. What he saw was something he didn't dare to believe and couldn't even trust. He didn't know what was real or fake. The Heavens Tao is dead. The Heavens Tao is dead. Wang Lin had heard this more than once in his 2,000 years of cultivation. He had attempted to pursue this but found no answer. It was a mess, and no one could find any real clues to this. Perhaps the Heavens Tao was really dead. Wang Lin's face was still pale as he looked into the Emperor Furnace and saw the Tao spirit inside. The Tao spirit that was rapidly recovering seemed to notice Wang Lin's gaze. It let out bursts of roars and its eyes revealed a hostile gaze. Wang Lin silently pondered. Everything he had seen from flowing time flashed through his eyes. This Tao spirit had lived for a long time, so flowing time couldn't show him everything. Wang Lin knew this. He merely wanted to find some clues about the Tao spirit. However, when his flowing time spell surrounded the Tao spirit, a mysterious change took place. Perhaps it was because this was the ancient order tomb, or because the Tao spirit had a simple life, it only had two parts in its life. However, as a result, the time quickly reversed past Wang Lin's limit. This shocked Wang Lin, but he remained calm and didn't stop it. He allowed flowing time to reverse time like crazy on the Tao spirit. After an unknown amount of time, Wang Lin saw the first part. The spirit was dazzling and the light was blinding, making it difficult to see inside. As the light shined, the Tao spirit gradually disappeared. Although the light was blinding, Wang Lin could still clearly see inside the light thanks to his cultivation. What he saw was the cause for Wang Lin's expression to change for the first time. He clearly saw a golden pill the size of a head rapidly rotating inside. The light was coming from inside this pill. What kind of Tao spirit was this? This was clearly a pill. The so-called Tao spirit was just the spirit of the pill. However, this wasn't enough to make Wang Lin stand up and almost lose himself. What actually shocked him was what happened next, when time reversed once more. Time reversed like a rushing river. In a flash, the pill began to distort, and the distortion collapsed, revealing an unknown star system. This was not the outer realm or the inner realm. It seemed to exist inside time itself, and the ancient aura it gave off made the inner realm and the outer realm feel like children in comparison. There were countless cultivation planets in this unknown star system. At a glance, one could see 9 burning planets. The fire from the planets was monstrous and gave off a blinding light. They were like suns in this vast void. A 7-colored figure moved like a blur across the stars and then raised his hand. There was a green ring on his index finger. He waved his right hand. One of the 9 suns trembled like crazy and charged at the person in the 7-colored robe. The endless distance seemed to instantly break, and the heat wave caused space to tremble. It was impossible to get a good look at the person in the 7-colored robe. He waved his hand and the remaining 8 suns also changed trajectory and closed in. The 9 suns smashed together before the man in the 7-colored robe, creating an indescribable explosion. It was as if the entire star system was about to collapse. After an unknown amount of time, the 9 suns began to fuse, and as the collapse continued, they became smaller and smaller. The 9 suns fused into one, then the man in the 7-colored robe spat out a mouthful of 7-colored energy. The energy filled the area before him and suddenly shrank. Popping sounds echoed and a golden pill appeared. The violent flame was still burning around it. This pill was the one that Wang Lin had seen. It was after seeing this that Wang Lin suddenly stood up and revealed a look of shock. What shocked him beside the fact that the pill had been refined from 9 suns was the identity of the man in the 7-colored robe. Although he couldn't see the person's appearance, he still recognized that this person was the same as the statue Wang Lin had taken from Greed. Only there was no ring on the index finger of the statue. The statue was something Greed had obtained here, and he saw that person again when he entered the ancient order tomb. This shouldn't have made him retreat. He stood up and his expression changed due to the shock, But this wasn't enough for him to retreat. Only unimaginable fear and disbelief could make him retreat, and this came from what the man in the seven-colored robe said as he held the pill. To raise the heavenly Tao with a Tao pill is not a good method. I have to find another way to make the heavenly Tao I stole grow faster. Just this sentence caused Wang Lin's mind to tremble, and he couldn't keep flowing time running, so it stopped. The disbelief and fear had forced him to take a few steps back. It was as if the information was enough to tear even his ancient god body apart if he didn't take those few steps back. The shock was enough to collapse him. Raise the heavenly Tao, raise the heavenly Tao, raise the heavenly Tao, raise the heavenly Tao. These 4 words echoed in Wang Lin's ears like crazy and replaced all other sounds. After a long time, Wang Lin suppressed the shock and took a deep breath. What is the heavenly Tao? This Tao spirit was actually used to feed the heavenly Tao. Who is the person in the 7-colored robe? The ancient celestial emperor. There was confusion in Wang Lin's eyes. The more he learned, the more mysterious everything felt. Wang Lin had a vague feeling, but he still couldn't understand everything. As he stood there, the confusion in his eyes became even stronger. Heavenly Tao's blood. The All-Seer did everything to obtain the heavenly Tao's blood in the Rain celestial realm. The Azure Dragon Divine Emperor said that he had swallowed the heavenly Tao's blood. The heavenly Tao has blood, and it needs to be raised with this pill. What is the heavenly Tao? Wang Lin pondered as he stared at the sky. Perhaps the heavenly Tao is a treasure or a pill or a fierce beast. Wang Lin's expression became complicated and he remembered the time he saw the nether beast in all heaven. The beast was huge and it had another world inside it. Wang Lin stood there with a gloomy expression as his mind gradually recovered from the shock. He buried his speculations deep inside his heart. At this moment, inside the Emperor Furnace, the rank 4 Tao spirit had mostly recovered. Its roars were like the raging wind. However, this Tao spirit was no longer mysterious before Wang Lin. A mere pill spirit. Even though you were refined from 9 suns, you have lost most of your power over the countless years. Since you were lucky and weren't used to raise the heavenly Tao, then let me use you instead. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he licked his lips. He had returned to normal. He then looked at the pill and waved his hand. The Emperor Furnace trembled and fire surged inside. A soul storm swept by, interrupting the healing of the Tao spirit. Wang Lin began refining, and he personally stepped inside the Emperor Furnace. Thunderous rumbles echoed from inside the Emperor Furnace as time slowly passed by. In the blink of an eye, 3 days went by, and a large amount of white gas came out of the furnace along with a fragrance. The white gas fused with the blood rivers that hadn't collapsed yet. Wang Lin's figure appeared from inside the white gas. With a wave of his hand, the Emperor Furnace disappeared and returned to the star between his eyebrows. With a wave of his hand, a golden pill the size of a head appeared before him. It floated before Wang Lin, looking like a burning sun as he stared at it. When Wang Lin felt the power inside the pill, he had a feeling that if he tried to devour this by force, he would explode, even with his ancient god body. So Wang Lin didn't devour it, but inhaled instead. Flames came from the pill and were inhaled into Wang Lin's nose. Popping sounds came from his body and the power of fire raged inside him. This unexpectedly caused fire to appear in his right eye. It seemed to be burning away impurities inside the thunder tattoo, making it more real. After ethereal fire is Tao fire. Once my Tao fire is ignited, my thunder and fire essences will be complete. However, this pill is missing a spirit and will require a sacrifice. However, this is better as I can slowly absorb it. Wang Lin inhaled a few more times. The fire inside his body surged and a comfortable feeling filled his body. He looked down at the rivers of blood below him. The fact that so many humanoid beasts are born here must be related to the rivers of blood. The rivers didn't disintegrate from the red fog earlier, so they couldn't be ordinary. Wang Lin waved his right hand without hesitation and a rift to this storage space appeared. Thunderous hisses came from the rift and countless mosquito beasts charged out. 100,000 mosquito beasts' howls filled the world. The leader was Wang Lin's Mosquito King. The Mosquito King was extremely royal, and Wang Lin was like its father. After flying out, the Mosquito King's large mouth immediately rubbed Wang Lin. Although its eyes were fierce and its body gave off a terrifying aura, its feelings of joy and attachment was something it only showed to Wang Lin. Wang Lin revealed a smile and rubbed the mosquito beast's head. Then he pointed at the rivers of blood below. The Mosquito King let out a roar and one mosquito charged down. It drank from the river of blood, then popping sounds came from its body. It unexpectedly grew 1-fold. A blood light shined from its body and its aura surged. It looked up at the Mosquito King and let out a roar. The surrounding 100,000 mosquito beasts also roared and charged at the ground under the leadership of the Mosquito King. From a distance, the earth seemed to be covered in mosquito beasts. Wang Lin had observed the blood in the river before, and it could promote the growth of fierce beasts. If the 100,000 mosquito beasts all absorbed the blood, their combat power would increase greatly. Seeing the mosquito beasts expand and become more fierce after absorbing the blood, Wang Lin no longer paid them any attention. He turned around to look at the remains of the ancient god, ancient devil, and ancient demon. The 3 clans of the ancient order. These 3 had died completely, leaving only their bodies. Wang Lin's right hand touched the ancient devil. As his origin energy surged through it, he muttered to himself, "If I can find the body of an ancient devil that hasn't completely died, perhaps then my ancient devil avatar will be complete." Half an hour later, the rivers were completely dry without a single drop of blood remaining. Wang Lin seemed to have taken everything here. Even the platform on the ancient god's back had been picked up by Wang Lin and put inside his storage space. After returning to the rank 3 platform he had stole from esteemed Ling Dong, Wang Lin waved his hand. The 100,000 mosquito beasts that had all grown 1-fold surrounded him, making for a shocking sight. His gaze pierced through the mosquito beasts and looked at the 3 ancient order clan members. They had maintained the same pose for countless years. After pondering a bit, Wang Lin didn't choose to take them away. He then turned around and flew away with the rank 3 platform through a hidden rift. After leaving the sealed land, what appeared before Wang Lin was dense fog. The mosquito beasts roared and moved through the fog, causing the fog to churn. Wang Lin pondered a bit and the map appeared in his mind. After finding the path to the depths of the tomb, his eyes lit up. The rank 3 platform moved forward at an extremely fast pace. As Wang Lin moved forward, miserable screams echoed inside the fog. There wasn't a large amount of humanoid beasts inside the fog. However, they were torn apart by the large amount of mosquito beasts before they could even get near Wang Lin. The smell of blood surrounded Wang Lin as he calmly moved forward. Along the way, Wang Lin met a group of cultivators with about 30 people. Aside from one person who had a rank 2 platform, everyone else's was only 10,000 feet wide. Their platforms were also rapidly moving, and they were extremely careful. However, they were still surrounded by a large amount of humanoid beasts and were facing a bitter struggle. During their bloody battle, the fog surged and a huge mosquito beast rushed out. Its cold gaze looked at the people that were surrounded by almost 10,000 humanoid beasts. Its appearance immediately caught the attention of the 30 or so people here. What kind of fierce beast is that? A new fierce beast has appeared. Just as they began to exclaim, they suddenly stopped. Their eyes were filled with fear. What caused them to stop was that after the first mosquito beast appeared, countless more rushed out from the fog. Behind the large amount of mosquito beasts, a giant platform 30,000 feet wide appeared. On the platform sat Wang Lin, with his white hair and white robe as he coldly stared at them. Rank 3 platform. The pupils of the old man standing on the rank 2 platform shrank. The platform under Wang Lin stopped and he raised his right hand. The surrounding 100,000 mosquito beasts let out excited roars and charged at the 10,000 humanoid beasts. They began a crazed slaughter that shocked the minds of the surrounding cultivators. These humanoid beasts didn't only benefit cultivators, they also benefited the mosquito beasts. Like a gust of wind, more than 10 mosquito beasts attacked one humanoid beast. A bloodbath occurred as the 30 or so cultivators watched. The fight was over in an instant, but almost 10,000 of the 100,000 mosquito beasts had died. However, the life force from the 10,000 humanoid beasts was divided between the remaining ones, making them even stronger. After killing 10,000 humanoid beasts in just an instant, the mosquito beasts didn't dissipate. They stared with oppressive gazes at the 30 or so cultivators they had trapped. It seemed as if Wang Lin only needed to point and they would charge out. I helped you destroy those beasts, so you need to hand the rank 2 platform to me. Wang Lin's cold gaze locked onto the old man on the rank 2 platform. The old man's expression was gloomy, looking as if he was measuring something. A moment later, he jumped off the platform without a word. At the same time, the platform approached Wang Lin, and the mosquitoes moved to the side to make a path. Wang Lin's gaze swept past the platform. There was a total of 312 runes on it. He waved his hand and the rank 2 platform trembled. All the runes flew off and landed on Wang Lin's rank 3 platform. The platform that lost its runes trembled and shrank until it finally collapsed. There were now more than 900 runes on Wang Lin's platform. The purple was so dark, it was almost black. It began to show signs of evolving to a rank 4 platform. Still rank 3. I wonder how much more for rank 4. It shouldn't be far. Wang Lin no longer paid any attention to these cultivators and quickly flew away. The mosquito beasts that had surrounded the cultivators passed by them and returned to Wang Lin's side. They gradually disappeared into the distance. The 30 or so cultivators all had a gloomy expression as they looked at where Wang Lin went. A middle-aged man was filled with reluctance as he said, "Zhu Gong, although there were many strange beasts, if we had resisted with all our might, we could have escaped. That person had a rank 3 platform, how could he be weak? He also had those fierce beasts, so even if we had rushed out, we would have been seriously injured." "It's not worth it," the old man who owned the rank 2 platform shook his head. The middle-aged man frowned. He was about to speak when a shocking change occurred. Wang Lin hadn't gone too far when his body suddenly trembled. He looked back at the group of cultivators and his pupils shrank. The mosquitoes surrounding him all trembled and retreated, even their hisses were filled with panic. The fog under the cultivators surged like crazy and thunderous rumbles echoed. Shortly after, an arm 100,000 feet thick suddenly charged out from the fog. It was as if there was a huge giant under the fog who had reached out from the fog. His fingers were like mountains, and they instantly surrounded these cultivators. Their expressions changed greatly, but they had no time to hide before the hand grabbed them. With a thunderous bang, the platforms under them collapsed. As the countless rocks shattered, they were all caught by the giant hand. Then the arm quickly descended and disappeared into the fog. All of this happened in an instant. It has only been a few breaths from when the arm appeared and disappeared. After a long time, the fog gradually calmed down and everything returned to normal. If Wang Lin hadn't witnessed it himself, no one would believe there were more than 30 cultivators here just now. Wang Lin silently pondered and a flash of coldness in his eyes appeared in his. That huge arm caused his mind to tremble, and he also felt an aura similar to that of an ancient god inside that arm. However, it had appeared too suddenly and then disappeared too quickly. Wang Lin had no time to carefully examine that aura. However, he had seen that the power of that grip was impossible to resist against. Ancient Order Tomb Kang, the coldness in Wang Lin's eyes disappeared. This place was becoming more mysterious and unfathomable. Wang Lin withdrew his gaze and became even more cautious inside the fog. He quickly moved forward according to the map in his mind. If this map is correct, there is another sealed land ahead, and it has already been opened. There is another rank 4 Dao spirit sealed here. If I reach that place, then that means I'm going in the right direction and can move into the depths of the tomb. There was also the woman from the Sealing Extermination clan. I secretly left a mark on her, and I can feel that she is ahead. I have great use for her. I must find out how she didn't die twice. If I can gain this power, Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he moved even faster. Extremely far away from Wang Lin, there was a sealed land, and right now there was a bloody battle. In this gloomy world, two figures were fighting as thunderous rumbles echoed. Below them there were almost 100 cultivators slaughtering. The girl from the Sealing Extermination clan was filled with killing intent, and more than 10 were dead or injured around her. Miao Yin, you dare to steal this old man's Tao spirit? This old man's original body will slaughter into the Sound Sea and battle to the death with your original body. Great desolation, old poison, you came here with a portion of your soul, while I came with my avatar. You are no match for me. When I kill this portion of your soul, will you still dare to go to the Sound Sea? Ridiculous, ridiculous. Your personality is strange, and no one beside that old bird who can't leave the fallen land is your friend. There is no one here who is willing to help you. Why do you have to steal the Tao spirit from this master? Great Desolation waved his hand and a fishy wind surrounded him. Joss flames also surrounded him to help him resist Tao Master Miao Yin. Both of them were powerful cultivators, so although they both could only use early-stage Nirvana Void cultivation, their battle was still dangerous and heaven-shaking. Great Desolation's expression was gloomy. He had found this sealed land first and had spent a lot of effort to break the restriction. Just when he was about to succeed, Tao Master Miao Yin appeared. He had launched a sneak attack and then this vicious battle began. Just as the other person had said, he had come here with a part of his soul possessing another body. In terms of strength and spells, he couldn't compare to Miao Yin's avatar. Also, because this body was not one he had refined himself, he couldn't control his Joss flames well. If he was battling an ordinary third-step cultivator, this wouldn't be a problem, but his enemy was someone at his level. These problems were not fatal. He had always been proud and had a strange personality, so he indeed hardly had any friends. He was by himself in the ancient order tomb. He could only let out a cold snort, as he had no words of rebuttal to say. In a short period of time, they had battled hundreds of times. Behind each of them floated a 40,000-foot black platform giving off a powerful pressure. The collisions of their spells created roars that shocked the minds of the cultivators battling below. At this moment, outside this sealed land, a dark purple platform moved through the fog. Wang Lin stood there surrounded by almost 100,000 mosquito beasts. His gaze was cold as he moved forward following the map in his mind. The fog rushed by him as he closed in on the sealed land. After a few hours, Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he looked ahead. The fog before him seemed to distort as if there was another world in there. There is indeed a sealed land. It looks like the route from the map is not wrong. Just go north from here and I can leave the outer region and reach the depths of the tomb. Wang Lin suddenly stopped outside sealed land. He stared ahead and began to ponder. The girl from the ceiling extermination clan. I just don't know if there is a third-step cultivator inside. I should be cautious. Wang Lin pointed with his right hand and a mosquito charged out. As the mosquito flew by, Wang Lin put a sliver of divine sense inside it, then the beast charged into the fog. In a flash, the mosquito beast closed in and disappeared when it touched the distorted fog. In the sky of the sealed land, Tao Master Miao Yin and Great Desolation were continuing their battle. There was a storm surrounding them, making it impossible to see the fierce battle inside. However, the storm that swept the world was extremely shocking. The mosquito beast appeared in the corner and remained still. Wang Lin's divine sense on the mosquito beast immediately saw everything. However, just at this moment, a ray of light shot out from the storm toward the mosquito bedast. The mosquito beast instantly exploded, and even Wang Lin's sliver of divine sense was destroyed. No outsider is allowed to enter, scram for me. Tao Master Miao Yin's voice echoed. Outside the sealed land, Wang Lin's face turned slightly pale, but he quickly recovered. There was a flash of coldness in his eyes. Tao Master Miao Yin. The person who is battling him was filled with poison and is also a third-step cultivator. It was too fast, so I didn't get to see who it was. Wang Lin's eyes lit up. He had also seen the land below, where almost 100 cultivators were fighting, including the girl from the ceiling extermination clan. Tao Master Miao Yin's cultivation is a bit strange. He only seems to be at Master Zimo's level. The person he is fighting is about the same, Wang Lin began to ponder. When he saw the woman in white, he found that her cultivation level had dropped far too much compared to how she was outside the ancient order tomb. He began to ponder. Now he had seen Master Miao Yin once more. Seeing how he was also a lot weaker, like the woman in white, he began to speculate even more. Should I bet? Wang Lin frowned. If he guessed wrong, he wouldn't be able to enter the sealed land at all. The 5 masters of the ancient star system were too powerful. Wang Lin stood no chance against them. A moment later, there was a flash of coldness in Wang Lin's eyes. He charged forward with the mosquito beasts without hesitation. I'm certain his cultivation is suppressed inside the tomb. Otherwise, why would he destroy my divine sense to drive me away? As one of the 5 masters, how could he be afraid of others unless there is something he is worried about? Now that he is fighting with someone, this is the perfect chance. Although that girl from the Ceiling Extermination clan is his maid, I must capture her. Wang Lin sped up and charged into the distortion. He disappeared with the countless mosquito beasts around him. A monstrous rumble echoed inside the sealed land, then a violent rumble echoed and a large distortion appeared. Fierce mosquito beasts appeared from the distortion and immediately caught the attention of the cultivators below. There was a large amount of mosquito beasts, and they appeared in a flash and covered the sky. As the mosquito beasts filled the sky, the distortion became even more intense, then a 30,000-foot platform suddenly appeared. Wang Lin was standing on the platform, his white hair fluttering. His suddenly appearance shocked the cultivators below. The girl from the Ceiling Extermination clan looked up and her face turned pale when she saw Wang Lin. However, that quickly turned into killing intent. Rank 3 platform. Could another third-step cultivator have arrived? This person's face is unfamiliar. Which third-step cultivator came using another body? These fierce beasts have never been seen before. Could they be another type of beast from the tomb? The almost 100 cultivators looked at Wang Lin and the mosquito beasts. Wang Lin didn't hesitate at all. The moment he appeared, the mosquito beasts roared and charged at the cultivators below. Wang Lin didn't even look at the storm before he stepped off the platform. He charged at the girl from the Ceiling Extermination clan like a bolt of lightning. Master, save me, the girl from the Ceiling Extermination clan screamed as she quickly retreated. The dozen or so cultivators around her were servants to Tao Master Miao Yin. They quickly began to use spells to protect her as she retreated. The girl quickly formed a seal as she retreated. Her clan mark shined as she pointed at Wang Lin and said, as the descendant of the Ceiling Extermination clan, I sacrifice my soul. However, Wang Lin was too fast and instantly closed in. There was a flash of killing intent in a middle-aged man's eyes. He had noticed that Wang Lin wasn't a third-step cultivator and had the intention of blocking Wang Lin. Wang Lin's expression was calm. As he closed in on the middle-aged man, he pointed at him. The killing intent inside the middle-aged man turned into ethereal fire and burned like crazy. As the middle-aged man screamed miserably, he retreated, but the ethereal fire burned even stronger. He had almost turned into a ball of fire. Wang Lin didn't pause at all and charged forward. He was too fast, almost invisible to the naked eyes. The other 7 or 8 cultivators that originally wanted to stop him were shocked by the ethereal fire. They couldn't help but stop, and their eyes were filled with fear. Wang Lin's expression remained calm as he waved his hand and ethereal fire appeared once more. The 7 or 8 cultivators began to burn, then they rapidly retreated, no longer daring to stop Wang Lin. Summon the My Clan's Great Sealing spell. The face of the girl from the Ceiling Extermination clan was pale. She retreated like crazy and her voice was off-pitch, it was filled with panic and had become sharp. It had only been a few breaths of time since Wang Lin appeared in this sealed land. As he moved forward, he was less than 1,000 feet from the girl from the Ceiling Extermination clan. Between them, aside from the 7 or 8 cultivators that had retreated while screaming, there were more than 10 cultivators. They all looked terrified as they watched Wang Lin approach. When he came closer, they all retreated and didn't dare to stop Wang Lin. Everywhere he went, people backed off. The 300-foot distance became 200 feet, 100 feet, 30 feet. Junior dares. Just when Wang Lin came within 30 feet from the girl, Tao Master Miao Yin's roar came from the storm, followed by an ancient laugh that seemed to be stopping him. This caused the rumbles to echo inside the storm. Dao Master Miao Yin let out a groan as a ray of light pierced through the world. This ray of light shot toward Wang Lin, and it contained the power of 100,000 Joss flame souls. As the light closed in, the voice of the girl from the Sealing Extermination clan echoed. "Seal this person's essence." Wang Lin didn't even look. Thunder flashed in his right eye and a thunder tattoo appeared behind him with 9 accompanying thunders rotating around it. The 9-colored fire burned in his left eye and unexpectedly integrated with the thunder tattoo. The thunder and fire essences fused to form a perfect burning thunder tattoo. The 100,000 Joss flame souls light collided with the burning thunder tattoo. A thunderous bang echoed and Wang Lin let out a groan. He borrowed this force to move forward, and his fingers landed between the eyebrows of the girl from the Sealing Extermination clan. The girl didn't even finish one sentence before her vision was replaced by Wang Lin's finger. When Wang Lin's finger landed between her eyebrows, she immediately coughed out blood. Countless restrictions sealed her entire body, and with a wave of Wang Lin's sleeve, she was put away inside his storage space. This entire process was as smooth as the flowing water. Wang Lin turned around and looked at the sky with a cold gaze. This video will end here.